Srimati Bhakti Chita Swami. Om Vishnu Padya Krishna Pritaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami. Gauravani Pracharinendri Vishesa Sanghavadi Prasatya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Advaita Gadadara Siva Sadi Gaura Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna dear devotees. We're very happy to be with you again our Saturday. Our Saturday Sangha. Our Saturday feast. and the leadership for Age of Higher Consciousness is Holiness Srila Bhakti Chita Swami. So today we are still on section 3 of this book, Taking Action. Yes, introduction to the chapter. In today's multi-religious conflict, in today's multiple religious conflict, when millions of people in the Middle East, Europe, Asia, Africa are killed because of religious fanaticism, leaders may find it a dangerous business to encourage any form of religious practice. Some of the greatest threats to world stability, even in those countries that have recently gained their independence, can be traced to religious differences. Nigeria, for instance, has had hundreds of religious riots since gaining independence. That is true. That is a fact. So the introduction here, the introduction opened the chapter discussion. What is that? Conflict among religious organizations. And it is so serious that an intelligent person will ask himself or herself, is it necessary for me to take to any form of religion? Is it necessary? Already there are so many difficulties, so many challenges in the material world. And what is the idea of taking to religious organization? The idea is that let me go to where I will have my peace. That is the idea. Let me go to where I will have a sense of belonging. I will be different from the material world. This is what we expect. And when you take Bhagavad Gita in your hand, look at the picture, what do you see? Peace is war. It is war. In this case, the war is what? Within the same family. The same family. The same, not enemies. Not enemies. The same family. So it is something which needs to be carefully considered. Religious fanatics. In every tradition, you will see two groups. In every tradition, call it Christian consciousness or whatever is it Christianity or Islam or anything as far as this material world is concerned, you will find two people. We're going to address it. The esoteric and the esoteric. In a simple language to understand. This is a psychic metaphysical word. In a plain English word, the external and the internal. That's what it means. Those who simply belong to organization, not practicing, and those who actually belong to that religion practicing. These two groups you find everywhere. And the majority are those who belong to any form of religious organization but not practicing. They are called the fanatics. Every difficulty, every fighting comes from the fanatics, those who are not practicing. But they are dead. They are dead. A few years ago, I was traveling here in Nigeria. So in the plane, a gentleman who was sitting with me, the same seat, he opened a discussion with me. He asked me, "What branch are you following?" I said, "The Hare Krishna movement." And I continued to introduce things. Yeah, I've heard about it. That is just the ice breaking. You want to break the ice so you can enter conversation. So he knows. That is one important thing in Nigeria. Everywhere you go in Nigeria, people will tell you Hare Krishna. They may not practice, they will not take it serious. But they knows. They know that it's Hare Krishna. They knows. And from my experience in Nigeria, I have had a lot of difficulty with the government, police, immigration, different customs. And every time I'm arrested, taken to any place, the highest person there knows Hare Krishna. These are Christian people. They will not practice, they don't come here. They behave like they don't know, but everybody knows. That's what ISKCON have done in Nigeria. Everybody knows what is Krishna. Everybody knows. Right? At the airport, you see someone tell you Hare Krishna. I've been in so many countries, you hardly find someone tell you Hare Krishna at the airport. But in Nigeria, it's very common to see someone tell Hare Krishna. Because we are really preaching here. A lot of sacrifice has been done here. And a lot of books have been distributed in the past. Not so much like this time, but in the past, so much books have been distributed. It's in people's hands, not in the street, in people's hands, in people's homes. Anyway, it will react one day. It will react one day. So we are looking at multiple religious conflicts. Multiple religious conflicts is what we are looking at. And this is everywhere. In Christianity, yes, I was talking about this gentleman who was sitting here. So he asked me, as we were discussing, he was asking me questions I was explaining, not challenging, it's friendly. He belonged to some other mystical organizations. So we were discussing before we landed. So he asked me, my friend, I hope by now, you must be having a lot of problems in your movement. I'm saying this because in every organization, let me tell you the truth, in every organization, they are there. So it is also there in their movement. Even I was trying to tell him, no, he says, even if you have not discovered it yet, I'm promising you will see it because it is there in all the religions. So I smile because I know you're telling the truth. You said it's there. It's there. In our church, we are fighting. Which is true. Which is very true. Within the religion, not even the next order or mission, not just order, the same church members fighting is there. So this riot is there, this conflict is there. So we already discussed extensively what is conflict. Here we are looking at also conflict, religious conflict. People of the same tradition are fighting each other. Then they will also fight others. Because the fighting, ignorance is there. Just like someone who cheats, wherever the person goes, he will cheat. That is the nature. A person who is abuser, anywhere the person goes, he will find a way to abuse people. That's natural. So we are daily seeing this, and people are being killed. Lebanon, the war will never finish. There's no day we can say the war is finished, because this is practically the. So it has become like a religion. Fighting each other it's like a religion. It's something that we have to do daily. Of course, the fighting is already there with all conditioned souls. That we are fighting, either we are fighting somebody, either it is someone else. But the fighting is also going there within ourselves. That is why we can fight somebody. We discuss this topic. A person who has not conflict will never have conflict with somebody else. So those who are having issues with other religious organizations is not the religion. It is not the religion. It is individual. Suppose someone is demoniac. If he joins any religious organization, what will he do then? He's going to practice that demonic activities in that religion. And people will think, oh, this organization is very, very violent. It is not the religion that is violent. It is the people who are practicing that are violent. We are going to make members from where? From the society. So whatever happens in the society, we are bringing that consciousness to any organization that we may belong. Because we have not changed, we are going to practice that inside. So we shouldn't be surprised that we're having this difficulty, this challenge. You should not be surprised. It will happen this way because we are conditioned souls who have been dealing with this issue from time. And for some lifetime, we have decided to practice some level of spirituality. So we carry that disease with us to any organization that we belong, and they also will fight. Except those who are extremely fortunate that will join a religious organization just to perfect themselves. For them, whatever negativity that they have carried into the organization, they will find a way to burn it off by the potency of that practice. That is wonderful. And that should be the main reason why anyone will decide to follow any religious organization. So we see these traits available all the time. But some of the greatest threats to world stability, even in those countries that have recently gained their independence, is it really independence? Our so-called independence can be traced to religious differences. In Nigeria, so many religious organizations, so many religious fighting, so many. So it is not religious, it's not religious riot. The politicians who have joined that religion, they are going to use their politics to fight in that religion. Then it will be labeled religious conflict. It is not religion. Because no bona fide religion will teach their members to fight themselves for someone else. No bona fide religion will teach the members. Except religion in a mode of ignorance. They can do that. See your neighbor as your enemy. There's no religion that will teach that, except the demonic prophet who will label that as religion. It's not religion. In a spiritual warrior 6, you mentioned there that no gentleman would like to follow a religion that their system of going back to kingdom of God is by violence. Who will join that religion? Because if the process of going to kingdom of God is violence, there will be violence also in the kingdom of God. So no intelligent persons will follow that. But we have so many followers in such a religious organization, they are using violence as a means to attain God. What does that mean? People are deeply in ignorance. Therefore, they can follow such a blind, useless tradition that will not help anybody. Next, So we are dealing with encouraging religious tolerance. Religious tolerance. Why there should be religious tolerance? Because there's none of us here who will say that I'm better than you in anything. No religious organization can say that. And I'm better. Of course, we know that Christian consciousness is the topmost, is transcendental, is pure. But common people will not see that. Common people will see that. Common people will not see that. Because they don't have intelligence, they don't have the purity to understand that. They won't see that. Apart from Christian consciousness, any other religious organization, according to Chicha Chatamrita, is not bona fide. And they will not succeed. They won't succeed. Because what is the practice? What is the practice that will make you holy? What is the practice that will make you holy? And in the scripture, it's recommended that the bona fide process of religion for self-realization in this age is the process of chanting the holiness of Krishna. So any other process which is not propagating the chanting of the holy name of Krishna is a failure. Whoever follows that is wasting his or her time. Therefore, no religion can say, when I say no religion, I'm not talking about Christian consciousness. I'm talking other systems which are lower than Christian consciousness. None of them can say that I'm better than you. Therefore, I should tolerate you, I should tolerate you, we should tolerate him. The second point is that a Christian is not a foolish person. He said he's a supreme intelligent person. Therefore, he knows that everything in this material world is controlled by the three modes of material nature. Everything. Religion also is within three modes of nature. So, scriptures also in three modes of nature: ignorance, passion, goodness. Religion also the same. The followers are also the same. So Krishna has given religion to those in the mode of ignorance, in the mode of passion, in the mode of goodness, and those who are in transcendence. Krishna has given everyone the system. Therefore, who are you to tell me that what I'm practicing is wrong? Who do I think I am to tell you that what I'm practicing is wrong? I'm one of us who are in ignorance. What is my right to say that what you're doing is wrong? Only a person who is in the transcendental level can tell. Therefore, we don't have any right to condemn any religion. So it must be tolerance. We should practice tolerance. We should tolerate. So Krishna is very wise, very civilized, and because he's a supreme father of all of us, so he knows that I have children who are foolish. I should give them a system that it will help them in that their foolishness to at least recognize that somebody's superior is there, even though they don't know, but at least that idea is there that somebody superior is there. And then they will gradually come to the highest standard. Having this knowledge should make us to tolerate others. So Gurudev is looking at the religious belief, a powerful force. Religious belief is a powerful force. Religious belief. People widely accept that religion should be kept separate from politics. And that government should remain secular. Government should remain secular, devoid of religious affiliations. Yes. Religion should be kept separate from politics. And that government should remain secular, devoid of religious affiliations. Our religion should be different from our profession. We should not mix them up. For example, if you are a doctor, you will not claim. If you are a doctor, so you are a doctor. Your religion is Christian consciousness, but your profession is doctor. They're two different things. In the Bible, it's also said, give to Caesar what is meant for Caesar. Then give to God what is for God. If you mix them, it will not work well. What does it mean? If a devotee becomes too devotional in his business, the business will close down. If you bring religion too much into your this thing, the time, say for example, your company, people should resume work by 8 o'clock or close by 5 o'clock, right? So someone is coming to work by 4 o'clock in a company. Oh, probably I was just chanting 64 rounds. That's why I didn't come because I was just chanting 64 rounds. You continue to light, the business will remain to close down. so in Chaitanya Charitamrita also, it is very pure devotee, so liberal. When he collect his salary, that very day he would distribute everything all completely. Complete. He would distribute everything. Anybody can take. Anybody. It's finished. Sit down, Mahaprabhu met him and he said, my brother, my dear, see, you have a wife and a children. Now you have given all your money. So the wife needs a orange. What will you tell? Go and chant Hare Krishna. Go and chant Hare Krishna. Okay. She said, okay, my husband is a Brahman. That's okay. What about the child? The child said, oh, daddy, milk. Go and chant Hare Krishna. That will be an irresponsible act, not bhakti. That is irresponsible act. That is not bhakti. Bhakti is different. When Arjuna told Krishna, I want to go to the forest and meditate, Krishna laughed at him. You want to do meditation? you want to do meditation? This is foolishness, my friend. Give up this foolishness. Just stay here and act as a profession. You fight. Your word is to fight. I want to engage you in a profession. So your profession, you attain perfection. So Krishna convinced him to do that. So if we add our religion to our profession, we will not succeed. So we have to do our religion separate, our business separate. When you finish our duty, then you can go and do your education. You can go to your temple and whatever you want to chant. Then you can go and chant. Whatever book you want to, you can go and read. You want to fast, then you can go and fast. But you have to do your duty first. Take care of the family and take care of the movement. This is Christian consciousness. It should not be mixed together. That is not to say that one should not be religious. No, we should be religious, but we should know where is the boundary? What is the boundary between the two? Indeed, a government that attempts to establish a single national religion may succumb to be dangerous temptation of suppressing other bona fide religious institutions. Such suppression creates a constrictive environment that destroys the ultimate meaning of religion. Yes. So suppose a Hare Krishna devotee becomes a leader in that country. You think it is wonderful if he said no more practice of Islam in this country, Christianity in this country, only one religion, Krishna. If you are not Krishna, to hell with you. That is not bona fide. That is not bona fide. So Gurudev said here, we are going to create anarchy. We're going to create a situation where people will revolt against the system, and nobody will be happy in that environment. Because it is what? It is suppression. We are suppressing other people who like to be compressed. Who like to be compressed? Nobody like it. We all want freedom, even though we don't know what it is. But naturally, the soul need to be free. So Papa mentioned that in the first canto of the word. We want to be free from the confinement of material nature. But that has to be done through Krishna consciousness. And people have to gradually raise their standard from wherever we may be to the higher standard or the highest standard of Krishna consciousness. Therefore, we should not create a constrictive environment for people because that would destroy the ultimate meaning of religion. It's not bona fide. We should not think that now, yes, Krishna consciousness is the purest religion and the only way to go to Godhead. This is the only process that can help you to develop your love for God. Therefore, other religious organizations are all useless. It will not work because we have already mentioned that we are not on the same level. We have different levels. Therefore, Christians have allowed a different system according to different mode of nature that govern the living entities. So it is not a mistake that we have so many religious organizations, even though we know that religion is one. But there are different branches within this umbrella of religion. The different branches, different. That should be allowed because Krishna allowed it based on our karma and guna, the mood that is governing us. That should be honored. If we are devotees, this should be honored. If you're intelligent, this should be honored. And then people will be happy to follow. So what the devotee will do is to do the basic thing, which is universal. Don't kill cows. Okay, other animals you can do, but don't kill cows. If we do that, we'll succeed because it's a universal. It is universal. This is a universal law. Some people may not know it, but that is a problem. But it's a universal law. Don't kill cows. In fact, it will add to the merit to a leader who will introduce this kind of system in the government. But don't tell people that they should not practice what they are practicing again. You won't succeed because that is not a bona fide way. The variety of world religions originally evolved from one common essence into different forms to suit time, place, and circumstance. This is very powerful. This is very, very powerful. The variety of world religions originally evolved from one common essence. Yes, that is true. Into different forms. Yes, yes. That suit time, place, and circumstance. Yes, this is a very, very powerful point. If everybody understands this principle, just this one sentence, if everybody understands this, there will be peace in all religious organizations. There will be peace. According to place, according to time, according to circumstance, according to the mood of nature that governs us, we have to act like that. Religion is one. I just mentioned it before. Religion is one, but there are different branches under this umbrella. This is what Good David is confirming here. So religion is one, which is pure love of Godhead. That is universal, pure love of Godhead. But because we are at different level, we are not going to see it on the same level. We're going to see in different ways. So Christian has given a different way for us to follow, to ultimately come to this platform. We respected, when respected, such variety can be healthy. But when condemned, the same variety may create conflict. It is creating conflict. Certainly, it will create conflict and lead to the denial of religious freedom. Yes. So it should be allowed. What the leader should do is to see that everyone is trying to follow whatever faith we profess to be. Leader duty is to see that we are trying to follow that. Everyone is trying to follow that. If you say you're a Christian, please try to be a Christian. Not just fanatics, but a true Christian. You're a Muslim, try to be a good Muslim. We are Hare Krishna, try to be the best of Hare Krishna. That will solve the problem. We will appreciate each other. I will have respect for you, you have respect for me. Especially when we come to understand, even if we have a human qualities, we're not talking about religion, just to have a human qualities. If you have a human qualities, there will be respect for each other. Unfortunately, in Kali Yuga, majority of us doesn't have human qualities. Human, I'm not talking of religion. That is a different thing. That's a different thing. We don't have human qualities. Do we need a scripture to tell us that somebody thirsty should give him water to drink? Do we need a religion to teach us that? No. But that is human quality. To be a human, it requires that understanding. Do we need religion to tell somebody, don't pinch me because I will have pain? As if you are pinched, you have pain. Do we need the religion to teach us that? This is human. This is just human. But we have observed that not all of us are human beings. I have human qualities. So that's the problem. So religious belief, whatever, it is powerful. It is powerful. Our beliefs will create the culture. Our beliefs. The beliefs create the culture. The culture also create our beliefs. Right? Yes. All right. Next. Religious feelings represent some of the most passionate emotions known to humankind. Religious feelings present some of the most passionate emotions known to humankind. Millions of people are willing to die for their religious beliefs. And some do just that. Of course, others are eager to kill in the name of religion, ready to accept any degree of punishment in the belief that their destructive actions are justified on religious grounds. Well, all of you, and I don't want to mention any name, but all of us know that some religious beliefs is that if I kill a sadhu, if I kill a sadhu, such a dangerous thing. Bhagavad Gita said in Kali Yuga, people will accept irreligion as religion, and religion as irreligion. In Kali Yuga. Krishna discussed this in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18. People will accept irreligion as religion, and religion as irreligion. This we are seeing practically every day. So if you kill a sadhu, you go to paradise. If you kill a non-Muslim, you go to paradise. And there you are going to have 72 beautiful young girls as your wife. Very dangerous philosophy. So Gurudev said, a person who is finding it so difficult to have even one meal in a day, right? Many people are like that. They are finding it difficult to have just a meal, one meal a day. They're having difficulty to get it. And here I'm being trained, being taught that if you kill such a person, innocent person, a sadhu, a child, I will go to a paradise where I will have facilities for enjoyment. Why wouldn't I do it? Why? Why would I like to experience this situation and just kill and just go to a place where you can enjoy? So this kind of teaching, millions of people have been killed. Millions of people are still going to be killed. Many people are ready to die for that. Yes. Such focus, determination demonstrates that dedication, strength, and commitment can be extremely dynamic forces when they are directed towards endeavors that directly help to elevate the human condition. Yes, determination can be negative and determination can be positive. Why will one carry gun to go and rob somebody? It requires determination to do that. Yes, determination. Yes, but that is dangerous determination. But if one is so determined that if I put a lot of effort into Christian consciousness, I'll become a pure devotee. I'll go back to God. That is determination, very strong. But hardly we get people who have determination for good things. It's very easy to have determination for wrong things. For sense gratification, we are very strong determination to get it. For Krishna consciousness, our determination is very weak, very, very weak, very, very, very weak, very weak, very weak. We have no excuses for finding facility for sense gratification. We have so many excuses for not chanting Sisyaram, right? Not going to Hare Krishna temple for services. There are so many reasons. Yes, I worked so hard the whole week. On Saturday and Sunday is only free day. I have to use that to wash my dress. Right? But do we have any reason to give for our sense for not having our sense gratification? We have so many reasons why we should have it. Yes, I'm tired of going to this Hare Krishna temple. Every day I go there, I'll hear this, I'll hear that, this one, that one, these people. I'm tired of these things. I'd better just sit in my house and continue chanting. But how long will you do like that? One day, it will start like that. A fall down will start like that. After a while, there's no need even to chant again. After a while, there's no even need to practice anything again. You better just go to my church, back to church, Sunday to Sunday. But pastor, you're not doing the same thing in the church, even worse. Right? So, for sense gratification, we have no excuse. We are very determined to do it. For Christian consciousness, we have so many excuses. This is our misfortune. Accepting religion as religion and accepting irreligion as religion. It is happening. So we have a misdirected determination. Determination is strong for sense gratification, but it is not strong to struggle for Krishna consciousness. Right? So belief is a very strong force, very strong force, very strong force. We believe Krishna is the supreme person of God. If we believe that Krishna is the supreme person of God, it will help us to bring all barriers in Krishna consciousness and get to the end. But very few people can do that. Because we are spiritually weak, we are devotionally weak. While our sense gratification force is so strong. All right? This power is so strong that it cannot be denied, but must be properly channeled so that it may become a valuable resource to be used in constructive ways. Next, service, not sectarian religion. Service, not sectarian religion. When spirituality is denied, psychological disturbances occur, and horrendous atrocities can take place. Yes. When spirituality is denied, we should know this. We should have this very clear in our mind that if we are not Krishna conscious, we materially conscious. There's nothing like I'm neutral. No, I'm not there. I'm not here. And even if one try to be like that, you suffer more. Just imagine you are sitting on the fence. You are not in the material world, you are not in the spiritual world, you are just sitting on the fence. You will suffer more because you are not here or there. So what will be? How do they call that? An island. You're on an island. Alone. Alone. No variety. There's no variety. You just suffer for nothing. At least this is in demonic philosophy. At least you should belong to somewhere. Let us know you belong to somewhere. At least you have something. We say that because I know I have gratified the system. This is what the thieves were crucified along with Jesus. They were saying this. They said, see, Jesus, you you didn't enjoy material world because you say you're a holy person. So what we enjoy materially, you didn't enjoy it. You're just suffering for nothing. Well, at least we gratify our senses. At least we have something. But you didn't gratify and are not in the kingdom of God. So you miss everything. So a person who is sitting on the fence is missing everything. That is the point. But at least you should have something. It's better. So if we are not Krishna conscious, we will be materially conscious. Yes, we're materially conscious, which is dangerous. It's dangerous. We should belong to somewhere. A society deteriorates and becomes hedonistic when it operates on the assumptions that its members are merely material creatures without souls, and that God does not exist at all. This is communist philosophy, communist mentality. There is nothing like God. There is nothing like the soul, hedonistic. There is nothing like God. There is nothing like soul. Whatever you do now, that is all. Whatever you do now, that is all. If you miss this, you are nowhere. This is very dangerous. And people with this kind of mentality can do anything. They can do anything sinful. Anything sinful. They say heartless. They're heartless. Heartless means they have no compassion. They have no compassion. If I'm thinking there's no soul here, just a lump of matter. What is wrong if I destroy you? What is wrong with that? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because it's matter anyway. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. So whatever I do is okay. This is very dangerous philosophy. Religion must be distinguished from pseudo-religiosity or sectarianism. The distorted perceptions of pseudo-religiosity and sectarianism are detrimental to human development and spiritual evolution. Whether this appears in the form of nationalism, racism, tribalism, chauvinism, or religious intolerance. It is all the same thing. All the same thing. The foundation is God does not exist anywhere. There's nothing like spiritual. Everything is just matter. Whatever you do is just all right. Just all right. Whatever you do is just all right. It's correct. It's okay. Therefore, I don't see you as anything important. Only this I consider to be important for me. Anything else is useless. So anything outside my like, I can do with it as I like. It will come out in different forms: nationalism, racism, tribalism, chauvinism, religious intolerance. Because I don't see you as something important. You don't belong to the religion, you're nonsense. You don't know what I want, no, you're nonsense. You don't exist. This is there in a very high level, a very open level. It's also there in a very subtle level. Among devotees who can practice all this. Among devotees. This disease is there among devotees. Ultimately, there is only one God and one religion. Our religion is love, and it is about service to God. Yes, it's service to God. God relates to human beings according to their degree of sincerity and their willingness to love and share and serve. Certainly, not according to their religious affiliations. That is true. So suppose we are telling a family, you say this is my beautiful family. But you have no service in that family. How are you part of that community? How are you part of it? What is a service you are raising to this family? No. I'm just part of this family. I love this, my family. There's nothing like this. But what is a service? When it is time for you to do something, you're not there. Or even if you're going to do something, you're doing something which is very destructive. You're going to destroy the whole family. No. Religion means service to God. If there is no service, there is no religion. It doesn't matter the name we may call. It doesn't matter. We can belong to that religion or this religion. Or you can even be initiated in the Krishna consciousness. If you have no service to the movement, you have no guru, you have no Krishna. Even if you think that you are initiated. Even if you think you are initiated, but if there is no service, you have no connection with the spiritual master, with the movement, with Krishna. We mentioned the other day the quality of a bona fide disciple, right? Remember? Mm-hmm. Quality is a bona fide disciple. That devotee, that bona fide disciple is ready to do anything that will help that organization, to the movement, to the spiritual master, to Krishna. Anything that you want to please them, you're ready to do anything to achieve that. It's service. You're doing service. That I belong to this means service. I belong to this organization, this family, is service. That is the love of God. It's service to God. That is the religion. Next. In the ancient Bhagavad Gita, it's a quotation that substantiates this point. As all surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. Everyone follows my path in all respect. Also, Partha. This is Bhagavad Gita 4:11. In this passage, God is saying that He rewards people according to their degree of surrender. He is constantly monitoring each person's level of devotion and reciprocation in kind. Does anyone really want to serve a God who allows the majority of his children to be damned and only favors one particular group? No. God has taken 144 people to his kingdom, and all of you are going to stay here. So what is the qualification of this 144? That the Christian is taking them there, and we're going to stay here. And then if he has taken them, if he's taking them here, there, and he's going to make this place paradise. So what is the difference taking them there? Since he's going to make it a paradise anyway, what's he taking 144 there? He's coming to make this place paradise also. Right? This is Jehovah. This is a mistaken philosophy or understanding, because what is so special in this 144 people? What is so special? What is their quality? That God is taking them there and leaving others here. The Christian reciprocate according to how we surrender to him. It's not about our position. That has nothing to do with Christian, because who can have more exalted position than Christian himself? Christian has already people who love him with affection, who are dealing with him with affection. Many people are dealing with him with affection. Well, everything they do is saturated with affection, with love. Christian has many already. What has it to do with contaminated people? God has given each person the capacity to love, literally every single being in existence. And one can always strive to achieve this ideal in practice. Yes, it is by practice. How are we going to practice? Only if you have access to this kind of knowledge, this kind of a system that is revealing everything confidentially to us. Otherwise, what is our hope for going back home, back to word? We need the pure teachers of Christians who has this knowledge. They have the compassion, they have the purity, they have the force to be able to penetrate the heart with these teachings and bring out what is real and make us understand what is unreal. Next. Esoteric and esoteric approaches. We are talking about this in the beginning. Most people approach their religion esoterically, fully absorbed in the rituals, institutions, and mindset that have come to be a part of that system. Yes. For example, majority of people identify with the building, with the property. Why we fight each other? We fight each other for what? For this building, for this property. Many people in all organizations, we find this. We are very busy with the institutions. And we forget the teachings. We focus more on the external things and we forget the internal. Or let's put it in this way. Many devotees are very busy, working so hard that they forget not to eat. They forget not to eat. what? To chant. Because they are exhausted from their heavy political meetings. At the end of the meeting, they're exhausted, no taste for chanting japa. Many devotees are like this. So much absorbed in all the external things. You can do, look at many kirtaniyas. Look at so many kirtaniyas. They are very busy practicing chanting these sweet melodies. They don't chant the singer. So the rituals of Krishna consciousness have to put on duty, sari, tilak, neck bead, carry the beads for the whole day, no ceasing. The bead is there in our hand. The bead is there in our hand, but we are busy discussing, and forgetting that the bead is in our hand the whole day, no ceasing. Very busy, working. I know a devotee who will cook from morning till night. What's the time to chant? Very busy to cook. If there any spare time, he'll go Sankit and come. What's the time for japa? What's the time to do the real thing? It's a esoteric, external. It's external. External means a fanatic who does not go beyond the externals. Sometimes you see that when the kirtan is going on, so many devotees join. When the lecture time comes, the temple room is empty. And they're hanging here and there discussing, having so many discussions. The lecture is going on, they are having discussion. The discussing is not about Krishna. If it's about Krishna, they will be in a class. The discussion is outside Krishna consciousness. Esoteric, fully absorbed in the rituals, institutions, and mindsets that have come to be part of that system. The Kirtan, so that Kirtan is for Krishna? No. If the Kirtan is for Krishna, they will be in a class, they'll be chanting Sisina and keeping the four regulative principles and appreciating other devotees. Become very, very loyal, very humble, very gentle. This is esoteric. There's nothing Krishna conscious inside. It's all about external things. Yes, they're worried about their own security. Their insecurity causes them to attack other groups in an attempt to eliminate, deny, or suppress those who do not share the same religious views. Try to push others down as a way of pulling themselves up. This is material work. My success is to pull you down. For me to stand up, I have to pull you down. This is material. This is how material work functions. Your enemy should be killed. This is Bhagavad Gita. My other enemies also will be killed in the future, like I have killed this one. In this way, I am very, very strong, I'm very powerful. I'm really surrounded by aristocracy. Let me enjoy. Let me give charity. Krishna described it as demonic mentality. Krishna consciousness is to pull everyone together. Material consciousness push everyone together. Then who will be there with you? If you push everyone away, who will be there with you? That is esoteric and esoteric approaches that we are dealing with both in the secular world and also in the spiritual world. Because when we are not spiritually absorbed, we are going to become insecure. And because that the insecurity is there, what is the next thing to do is to become defensive. Become defensive. Even if somebody is not after you, we just create enmity. But people unnecessarily. Yes. Rituals. Esoteric practitioners are those who seek self-realization by trying to penetrate beyond form. Esoteric is esoteric. Esoteric means internal. Esoteric. These are the real one, the genuine one, the internal devotees, not the external devotees. Esoteric external. Esoteric internal. Means those who are really practicing it perfectly. They are really there in religion for the practice. Esoteric practitioners are those who seek self-realization by trying to penetrate beyond form and rituals. Most simply, they're interested in discovering the essence of their spirituality and in attaining communion with God. Yes. This is so esoteric. Those who are really here, they are really there in that religion because they really want to practice. They are real devotees. They are the real members. They are ready to sacrifice anything to please Krishna. Because everything is what meant for Krishna. Yes. Most simply, they are interested in discovering the essence of their spirituality and in attaining communion with God. That is their interest. They are looking for that. So the external devotee will be fighting them. That is normal. Because their existence becomes a big challenge for them. Because so few people, even among those on the spiritual path, have reached this level of communion. Sectarianism is widespread. However, those who penetrate deeply beyond superficial esoteric forms discover a great comradeship with all true religious seekers and uncover a common thread connecting all religions. A devotee should be happy to see another devotee. It doesn't matter whatever religion it is, provided the person is practicing nicely. So the Bhakti not Thakura said, Why are you worried that people who are worshiping me are Krishna in that way, this way? As a Christian, as a Muslim, why are you disturbed by that? Is your Krishna? Do you think Bhakti not Thakura would this kind of mentality have any issue with any religion? No. He's asking, why are we worried? See the way he put it. He didn't say why are you worried people are worshiping the Christian way. He said, why are you worried people are worshiping your Krishna in that way? It's their God. It's the same God they're worshiping that they're worshiping. In that elementary way, it's the same person. Why don't we see it like that? Open our eyes to see. Those who are seeking for God, those who are seeking for God, those who penetrate deeply beyond superficial, esoteric forms, discover a great comradeship with all true religious seekers and uncover a common thread connecting all religions. So back to Nantakura. Why are you worried that people are worshiping your Christianity? Why you not happy? You should be satisfied. Oh, my Christian is so great that everybody is attracted to my Christianity way or that way. What is my Christian? This is a vision pure devotee. Such esoteric practitioners, eager to see the immature levels of God consciousness evolve, are pleased whenever they find true God consciousness. Yes, they appreciate other people. They appreciate. Just like a responsible person would appreciate children in school. Even a PhD holder, he appreciates children, under small children. So because we also came from there. So whatever you are, you came from there to wherever you are. So you appreciate. Because when you look at these useless children, nonsense, waste of time. Suppose we were told like that, we would have been where we are. No. So true seekers, those who are bona fide followers of any tradition, they will appreciate other organizations. They will see them as young children, young brothers, young sisters. But their sisters, their brothers. They don't want to see them to hell with all of you. Useless demon just wasting time. They won't see that. They won't have any issue with anybody. Rather they appreciate. They appreciate others. They understand that religion pursued according to the bona fide scriptures and prophet is simply a matter of service to God. Yes, whichever way they are serving God is doing something, they will eventually be promoted to the highest level in due course of time. So they appreciate. Next. Deeply God-conscious people teach not to be overly concerned about the externals of religious practice. The critical task is to use the external practices to go deeper within, to seek the essence, which is pure love and service to God. This is very powerful, very important. We should do what? Use the external practices to go deeper within. That is the point. Yes. Why do we put it like, why do we carry beads? We carry beads to facilitate our chanting. You know, it's not the bead, not the bead bag that is going to chant. The bead bag that you're going to chant, the bead, whatever images you put it there, that's okay. It's not the bead bag, the personality you put there is going to be the issue. What is your attention with the facility given to us. That is the issue. What attention do we have? How much importance are we giving to the chanting? That's the most important thing. Sometimes in the holy places, you see devotees who dip our feet inside the holy water. That is what they're going to. It's okay when you have respect that this is a hill, what is helpful. But the chanting depends on your attention. Your understanding about this holiness. The respect we have for the holiness. Yes. Even ordinary human beings can bring more than one child into this world. To think that the mother father God, the greatest of progenitors, can produce only one teacher is to attempt to place a limit on God's great power and compassion. Why should we limit God to one child? We condition so that we have more than one child, 5, 10. Why should the Supreme God, who has unlimited potency, have only one God, only one child? Why? And then if he has only one child, what about us? Whose children are we? Satan. You know? So we are children of Satan. I don't believe that I'm Satan's child, because even Satan is a child of God. You know that he's independent of God. He's also a child. He's a servant of Krishna. Say Krishna's agent. So we are all children of God. We all living entities. The Christians we are Sanatana. We are all part and parcel of Krishna. But the people who are not serious into practice, not taking the practice seriously, they're just hovering. They are going to limit God. We're going to limit God. We are going to ask in such a way that we minimize Krishna in many ways. No, he has only one God, the only begotten Son, only one begotten Son, only one begotten Son, begotten, only one. But you have many children, and the Supreme God should have only one. So we are limiting God, or we are actually envious of God. That is due to envy. God should have only one, but I should have many. Yeah, I should have many. I'm not God, so I can have many. God can have one. This is an insult. Any religious leader who preaches that God has only one prophet is insulting God. Yes, that's an insult. Even ordinary human beings can bring more than one child into this world. To think that the mother, father, God, the greatest of progenitors, can produce only one teacher is an attempt to place a limit on God's great power and compassion. Out of love and concern, God repeats the same teachings in different forms via as many passengers as necessary until the instruction is covered. Out of love and concern, God repeats the same teachings in different forms via many messengers as necessary, because we already mentioned we are of different levels. So Krishna has created different different religious organizations. He will also give different teachers according to that level, according to that problem. He will give different people. Just like in a primary school, you have teachers. They are not the same word. Secondary, university, all of them are teachers. They are different. If you send a teacher from university to go and teach the children, they're going to destroy all of them because they're not going to have the fatherly nature to relate with them and gradually bring them up to a higher level. They're going to, this fool, this to hell, I'm just wasting my time. They can't understand anything. To go. But the responsible person will tell us, come, bring your hand. A, B, C, D. Okay, right. So the father will do that for the children and gradually bring them up. But you bring a young boy, come and say this. A, B, C, D, can you vote? Oh, useless, get out, useless. So Krishna has given people teachers according to different levels of people. So they will gradually get promoted from their low level until they reach the topmost level. Human beings are the ones who have created so many religious confusion. Yes, it is not God. It is not God. It is we, due to our greed, due to our illusion, have created different confusions. We are bringing their demonic nature from the material world to the spiritual organization. And we add that to the religion and call it religion. Then it becomes labeled as religious riot. It is not religious, it is politics coming into religion. All right, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Comments, questions?
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. We have come to the section of question and answer sessions. Hare Krishna, Srila Gurudev, thank you very much for your wonderful association for this session. All the devotees, those who are willing to ask questions to Gurudev, could please raise their hands or please send their questions over the chat, or you can send to me personally and we'll take it to Gurudev for your answers. And we have right now Pranari Prabhuji raising his hand. So Pranari Prabhuji, would you like to start your camera if you're comfortable? And could you please unmute yourself?
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Maharaj.
All right. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
And nice to see you, Maharaj.
All right, we are always happy to have all of you here.
Maharaj.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, Maharaj, you mentioned that about the different religion and all that. So how the people are not coming, all of them are not coming to Krishna consciousness. They are going to like Islam or the Christianity and all that. Why they are not coming to Krishna consciousness? Because it's totally give them on a platform where basically they actually understand the meaning of religion actually. As you mentioned that it is the servitor, the nature of a religion, meaning basically a servitor. So why these they are going to different religion? Is that is because of karma or something else?
Karma is there. Karma is there. His karma is there. We came to Krishna consciousness karma when our karmas allows us to come. We come. Some people will look at devotees, it will not make any meaning for them. In fact, they will hate to see devotees. They will hate pure devotees. Many people. And he said we have seen so many people who attacked devotees seriously in the past, and eventually they became devotees afterward. But in the beginning, they look, what are these? These are demons. why government should allow this kind of people to exist here? I remember once here in Lagos, I was in Sankitan. And I met one Christian. He saw me on Sankitan. And he was very angry, and he cursed. In the name of Jesus, Jesus will wipe out all of you here. By next year, ISKCON will not be in this country. I say, thank you very much, my dear brother. Hey, thank you. You are deceivers. You are just cheating people. You're deceiving people. Yeah, this is what Bible says. At the end, they're going to see all kinds of people like this. You are there, those people. Look how you dress. Look at the mark on your face. I was laughing when I was talking. By next year, this corner is out of this world. I was laughing. And you know what happened? Christian consciousness is very wonderful. I saw this man after 1 year. And he recognized me. Somehow, hey, my friend, how are you? Say, Jesus. He didn't come to me again. He ran away. I said, we are still here. We have not gone yet. We are still here. We are still here. We are not gone yet. And not only that we are here, we have come to stay. Oh, Jesus. He ran away, didn't he? He didn't come close to me. He ran away. It's just foolish. Just foolishness. It's foolishness. So if one is not very, very fortunate, we cannot come to Krishna consciousness. To come to Krishna consciousness requires great, great fortune. If Vrindavan Das Thakur said, we should not say devotees are fortunate. Devotees are very, very fortunate. Very, very, very fortunate. Otherwise, we would never understand Krishna.
True.
Yes.
True. Very true.
Don't you see that even among some of us who come here, look at the activities some of us play in this movement. It does not show that this person understands that Krishna is the supreme Godhead. Many.
Yes, right.
So it's karma. Karma. That we came to Krishna consciousness, but we are not chanting Hare Krishna. What is that? It's karma.
True.
Yes. Don't you see that people who live very close to Hare Krishna temple, they will sue ISKCON to court.
True.
And people will come far distant place to come and worship Krishna. But when they live very close to the temple, they are not happy with devotees. Yeah, disturbing was what? Yeah, noise. In Radha Gopinath temple, the program is, in Magarati is 5 o'clock. Why? When the neighbors shoe is going to call you and disturbing us. The Kirtan is a disturbance for some people. Here in Lagos, our neighbors also complain. Can you stop this Kirtan? Can you imagine? People will come far distant place to come and worship Krishna, come and dance in the Kirtan. The person who does not need to take a vehicle to go and hear the Kirtan is not interested in the Kirtan. What is that? It's karma. It's karma. Then we should try to value this, our Christian consciousness. Please, let us value what we have. All right?
Yes, Maharaj. Maharaj, one more question, sorry, taking time. Maharaj, how do you mention about the degree of surrender? So
Yes.
how do we know that our degree of surrender? I don't think myself much surrender, but what is how do we understand that how much I surrender, or really I'm into that surrender mode all the time?
In Christian consciousness, everything can be measured. In Christian consciousness, everything can be measured. And it is important for us to measure that. Otherwise, we're not going to make progress. We should measure it. How do we do that?
Yeah.
How do we measure that? Yes, how much attention do I give to my reading? I have decided to read, but how much attention do I give to that reading? How much attention do I give to my japa? How do I value my japa? Do I value it? My japa? Do I appreciate what is the level of my appreciation of devotees? You say we measure our Christian consciousness. So they will know the level of our surrender to Krishna by how much we value devotees. How much we appreciate it. How do we appreciate Krishna consciousness? Is it a fashion or just here? Yes, it's what's your religion? I'm a Krishna devotee. Hare Krishna movement. I went to Hare Krishna movement. We are pure practitioners. We are the best in the world. You know, do we eat meat? No, useless. You don't eat meat, we are vegetarians. How can you how can a human being do that? It's external. Esoteric. Esoteric means how much are we into Krishna consciousness? How much sacrifice are we making in Krishna consciousness? Yes. That we can do by ourselves. Not that somebody has to come and judge us. No. It's not by judgment. Our scriptures are the mirror. The mirror we can use to see ourselves. This statement in the scripture, how much do I believe it? How much am I applying this in my life? This is how we measure. Yes.
Right, very true. Thank you for reminding. You know, I forget every time. You know, I don't know. My memory is very bad. You know.
It's good to always remember.
Yeah.
Yes.
True, Maharaj. Very true.
All right.
Yes, Maharaj. Thank you very much. Thank you for your time. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Srila Gurudev. We have another question from Venkatesh Prabhu from India. He's having a question. Is it necessary to fully know that Srila Prabhupada and spiritual master are transcendental personalities to have faith in their words?
Can you repeat the question?
Okay, so question is it necessary to fully know that Srila Prabhupada and spiritual master are transcendental personalities to have full faith in their words?
Yes, it's important to know that. Why Krishna took time to describe his opulence Arjuna, chapter 10, Bhagavad Gita. Why he took time to explain his opulence. That increases Arjuna's love for him. It increases their friendship. So this is my friend. It's so opulent like this. Oh, I didn't know. Great. I'm so fortunate to have a friend like this. Yes, we should know. The more we know, the better, because it will help to improve our appreciation, our love and faith. It's important to know. We should know. We should know by hearing them attentively, and looking at the activities. What I observe with devotees, the special master called devotees to come together. They come and stay with the special master. They don't see anything. They don't learn anything. They don't learn anything. The importance of coming together is to see and learn. This person is doing like this, doing like this, doing like this. This is how this person lives his life, like this, every day, like this, every day. So that's a message for us. So that practicing how to do this. Oh, okay, this is what it is. So you want us to do the same. But the disciples, they will come together and will not see what the spiritual master is doing. They will fight themselves. We should come together to learn, to see what is practical Krishna consciousness. All right?
Thank you, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna, Srila Gurudev. We have Shamurari Prabhu with this question.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Shri Gurudev. Gurudev, I have two questions. One is a bit controversial question. I would like to understand. We mentioned that how, as a devotee, we respect all other religion, and sometimes it looks that Krishna consciousness, or in broader sense, Hinduism, has been a very tolerant religion. So they have so that sometimes looks as a weakness point for it to become reduced in size over a period of time. Srila Gurudev, I have a question that when we see in Mahabharata, and when Duryodhanas and their party, they actually they broke all the codes of dharma, then the party led by Arjun under the guidance of Sri Krishna, they killed they won the war, but Krishna used many tricks to show that adharma is being killed in, or is replied in terms of adharma. That's for cheater. They say that Krishna says, for a cheater, I'm a bigger cheater. So then many a time it looks that is the way to deal with a religion, or in the Mahabharata, how that the whole episode happened. How do we understand, Srila Gurudev?
In Kali Yuga, if you are humble, it is taken as weakness. As I mentioned that Hinduism is tolerant religion, and therefore it is misunderstood. That is Kali Yuga. But still, it has nothing to do with reality. Misunderstanding has nothing to do with reality. That is foolishness of those who are ignorant, or what is bona fide. But we cannot change what is truth. We cannot change it. We cannot turn water or turn fire into water. We cannot. It will remain fire because it is fire. And it will bring illumination. We cannot stop it. Similarly, we should not be discouraged by thinking that my humility, my purity, my compassion is taken as weakness. Truly, it's happening. It is happening that if you are simple, people think you are a cheater. People think you are weak, you are foolish, you don't know anything. They would think that they're very smart, but actually you are the one who is cheating them. You are the one who is cheating them. Because we are going to be judged by the level of our purity, not by the level of our sinful life. The purity. So Dhira was thinking he's very, very clever. And he has used his power to win over the kingdom. He was thinking like that. At every stage, he was thinking that he's very, very powerful. And before the fight begins, he was having 11 divisions of armies. Yudhishthira was having only 7. But what was the end result? He lost everything. He lost everything completely. Everything. And who won the case? It was Yudhishthira, who was seen as a fool. Sakuni were laughing. Yudhishthira Maharaj is a child. He's a child. In the matter of dice playing. And Sakuni has that the dice which he used in playing is a boon. It's a boon. It's a human boon. Which is, yes. So he knows how to play that because he's connected with it. He has a blessing for that. So nobody can use that. He has a special trick in playing that. Nobody knows it. So he must always win. But did he win? Did he win? Did he actually win? No. He died in the battle of Kurukshetra. Yudhishthira Maharaj did not have a single scratch on his body for the whole 18 days fighting. So who has cheated? Who have cheated who? Who? Yudhishthira's purity cheated the Kauravas because they were cheated. We were cheated. Therefore, devotees should maintain their purity, should maintain our humility. We should not think that we are doing something wrong. In the material world, they said if you cannot beat them, you should follow them. I said that is foolishness. That is foolishness. Don't follow the fools. You should not. Just be yourself. Don't follow the fools. Because majority does not mean that what everybody is doing is right. All right.
Yes, yes, Srila Gurudev. And another question, Srila Gurudev, means just to get one more clarification. I asked the other part is when Yudhishthira Maharaj said Ashwathama, the elephant, died. So it looks that some moral codes of dharma were broken. Similarly, with the killing of uh, every great giant from the side of Duryodhana. So how to see or how to look into that, Srila Gurudev? Say, for example, Bhishma Pitama. So they brought Shikhandi in the front, and then Arjuna threw the arrows from behind. So from the, it looks from the neutral point of view that, oh, it's Arjuna is doing a double kind of game, putting somebody in picture in the front and then shooting the arrow from behind. So how do we understand this, Srila Gurudev?
Bhishmadev has a lot of boons. Bhishmadev has a lot of boons. The whole thing is just a drama. It is just a drama. We are just watching, but we don't know what is behind the drama which is being played. Bhishmadev was put in a situation by Krishna, that situation by Krishna himself, to show the exalted nature of his devotees. So all the arrows on his body, he knows which one is coming from Arjuna and know which one is coming from the Sikandi. Bhishmadev knows what. This is how powerful this body is. He knows. And he left because it was time for him to leave. Because everyone has the time. Everyone has time. He has to go somehow or other, but in a very glorious way. So Krishna personally arranged it that the arrows from Arjuna as a devotee, a devotee knows how to treat another devotee. So he has to go through Arjuna's hand, not Sikandi per se. And Arjuna is not able to do that except by providence. Krishna arranged everything for him to do. So the same way Yudhishthira Maharaj has to say Ashwatthama. Krishna was using him to teach us the rules and regulations we follow is inferior to the love of Godhead. Krishna used Yudhishthira Maharaj to teach us. Piety alone cannot lead us to Godhead. Piety cannot. We have to go beyond the piety. And that will mean a very drastic situation which will look like, how is this religious? Krishna came to show what is beyond religion, what is spiritual. So he used all the devotees to teach us different things. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. A small question, Srila Gurudev, should I ask? Or maybe sometime later?
Yes, come next.
The another question is that in Kali Yuga, when we are living, Srila Gurudev, we discussed a lot of qualities, how a leader should behave, how a leader should treat everything. I just want to know, especially in the current situation when we know that it's more of a democracy, whether within organization or at a running a state or running an organization. So where it's more of dealing with people and people are yet not very educated. So how leader should have, how a leader should deal? Is there some more things he should take care? Because earlier times it was the Brahmana's opinion was considered to be the foremost and he governs everything, or the ruler. But now it's more of a where the majority goes, Srila Gurudev. So then how a leader should do his duty of a leadership within this framework of Kali Yuga?
Leader in the secular world and the leader in this country.
Both, Srila Gurudev. In either case, I see, Gurudev, things comes up where things are more to be seen in a sense of democracy, that how most of the devotees or most of the people feel. So sometimes that is taken as a criteria to take decision, or any major issues. Voting comes in picture.
As devotees, we have to treat people holistically. As devotees, we have to treat people in such a way that they will be encouraged to practice Krishna consciousness. Our dealings should be lovely. The same in the material world, in the secular world, the government should act like father. That is how a government leader should be, like a father. Lord Machana was not glorified because of his supreme position. He was glorified because of his dealings with the citizens, everyone. That was his glory. He ruled everybody without envy. That even a sinful demon blaspheming him, Prabhupada did not kill him directly. He sent him to Mathura to be killed by Krishna in Draupadi. He did that. So yes, we're going to rule people. Then, like we were saying before, that people who are not devotees, we have to deal with them on that level. They are not devotees. The criminal should be dealt with as a criminal. And a cool-headed person should be treated with cool heads. Either we are devotees or not, even if a devotee becomes a leader, this principle should be maintained. We should not bring devotion there because it does not work there. We have to treat people like that. If a criminal is not treated nicely, not treated accordingly, good citizens will become insecure. Because as a leader, everything we do will affect everybody. And the thing we don't do will affect everybody, both spiritually and materially. If one is a criminal, it should be dealt with as a criminal. If one is a good citizen, should be treated as a good citizen. Be careful. That principle should be maintained. They will succeed. That is the meaning of treating people equally. Not that someone is a criminal, is a Hare Krishna Vanchaka, should be jailed. Even if you are pure devotee, channel Hare Krishna should be jailed. Improper, somebody who was cheating, improper, arrested him and gave him to police. A person was trying to be very smart. He said, "Oh, Swamiji, I'm seeing you as a pure devotee who can save my life. I have given my life to you. Please, Prabhupada, take me. I'm your disciple." So Prabhupada told the policeman, "I cannot give him to you again. Now he has surrendered to me. He's a disciple now. So I cannot give him to you again." The police said, "No, Swamiji, he's not the police pretending he's cheating. Let's take him." As a Prabhupada says, "See, I cannot do that now because he has surrendered to me." So Prabhupada said, "You stay here with me so I can train you to become a good devotee. He said, he agreed, yes. I mean, I'll surrender to you. So Prabhupada didn't give him back to police again. So he was staying there, but because he's pretending he's a criminal, after 2 weeks, he secretly packed his thing and he went to run away. The devotee caught him and brought him to Prabhupada, say he's running away. And then Prabhupada called by the police and gave him to the police. So you say you surrender to me, want to be here, you run away, now you're a criminal, you're a disciple again. They gave him to police. You see, Prabhupada deal with it like that. He didn't say a bunch of covers. No, he gave him to police.
Yes, thank you, Srila Gurudev.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Srila Gurudev. Thank you for the answers. And we have a very encouraging participation in today's class. And all the questions that we have will be answered in the upcoming sessions now. And we are coming to the conclusion, Gurudev. So just I wanted to highlight a few points that were really striking for all of us. Specifically, the points that I appreciated the most was that different religion exist out of Krishna's love to facilitate his children situated at different levels. We have to use austerities and rituals to understand the internals. And to understand the internals, we have to dive deeper into understanding the inner self. And when disciples go to the spiritual master, they should try to learn from him and elevate themselves. And by looking at the spiritual master, we can understand that he's trying to give us a message from his lifestyle, and we should be learning from him whatever he's teaching by his own personal actions. As Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur also says that we should preach 24 hours and we should speak whenever it is required. So thank you very much, Gurudev. We are very fortunate to have you as your personal example, and we are very grateful that you took out your time from your busy schedule and you gave your valuable association to all of us. And we are looking forward to have you again in the next session.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Srila Gurudev. Thank you very much. His Holiness Bhakti Dhira Damodara Swami Maharaj ki jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.